Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alpha here, and we are back for another Puzzle and Dragons video. This one, we're going to start off with a quick discussion and debate, which I would love to get your input on the next Monster Point purchase that I'm going to make. Now, there's two cards I'm strongly considering, and one I am somewhat considering. And I would say the one I am somewhat considering is Ragnarok Dragon. So if we go and look at, let's pull up, there we go, my Raw Dragon team. I am become chicken. Um, this team does not do Arena 2 as well as it does Arena 1. And putting in a Ragnarok Dragon with HP latents will overcome a lot of the issues if you also have a Orochi to go in there and do a delay so you can delay and ping down the Predras. So obviously I do not have an Orochi, so that kind of limits the usability of Ragnarok Dragon. So he kind of gets a thumbs down. He's an okay leader, but really nothing too interesting. I don't have a ton of mechanical types that would make good subs for him. I know, I guess, Gynaut, the new Descend, makes a fully activatable board as well as, go back on, some jammers. So if you just clear those off, I guess he'd be an okay sub. He's a machine. But so for that reason, Ragnarok Dragon kind of goes in the lowest tier of MP purchase I'm looking to make. The second one would be, let's see if we go. He is currently in the store, and oh no, he's not. It's Shiva and Odin Dragon. Oh, tomorrow he's in the store. Neptune Dragon, and Neptune Dragon makes a fine lead and a great sub. Again, on a Raw Dragon team. But if you look at the Raw Dragon team, if I were to take Isis out for Neptune Dragon, he provides a poison that would defeat the Predras, but I would be lacking the green element. So it's kind of like a twofer. If I'm looking to use a sub for Arena 2, Ragnarok Dragon and Neptune Dragon are kind of like the obvious choices there, but then we're looking at a 600,000 Monster Point purchase, which I don't have. I don't know if I'm willing to make just to try and run Arena. He does make a very good lead as well, and he's beaten Arena as a lead. There's quite a few videos of him clearing, and if you look at my water box, I don't really have the optimal cards. He boosts up God type, but it's not necessary. He boosts recovery on God type, but you don't have to have only God type subs. So, for instance, getting a dual, or I guess a bi-colored board from a blue Sonya, even though it's not a god type, would be quite helpful. Same thing with a, oh, Hermes is god type. There was one other I thought would be, maybe I was thinking of Awoken Karen. So I've got, I guess one of the key subs is the blue Archangel, which I believe is Gabriel. Who I do not have. So again, I don't know. He's useful as a sub, but Andromeda can actually lead opposite him because their leader skill is very similar, where you want to stack up. I believe she maxes out at a 8 chain of connected orbs, and Neptune Dragon maxes out at 10 connected orbs. So very, very orb-hungry leads. But you can do quite a bit of damage there. So that is another thing I'm thinking of. And then the final consideration I'm making is the one I'm most excited for, and that's the one that was just announced, which is Shang Mei, who is the first of, I guess, the four, presumably four Orchid gods, which are announced just recently, and I guess they just came out in the Monster Point store in Japan. I think videos are being posted just today of people clearing, I guess, Arena already with Shang Mei. And she, again, she will boost a certain type, which is healer type cards. First of all, her stats are insane. She has over 1,000 recovery, and when you factor in that she's boosting healers, healers have pretty good recovery, and she's boosting their hit points and attack, and then she works similar to a Gadius where you're doing multiple combinations of hearts. So if we look at, let's see, filter, red, let's not include subtype, and we want to do healers. So those are my fire-based healers right now. So again, not super ideal, although actually one guy is missing from there. He gets healer typing, and that is Uriel, who I've recently pulled. I just haven't evolved him quite yet. So with Gadius in there, Uriel, and look who suddenly becomes very useful. Oh, the irony. The fairy tale girls. All of a sudden, having a healer bind clearer with Rose is pretty awesome. And New Year's Mitsuki, who wasn't quite max skilled when the New Year dungeon was around, but she creates a bunch of heal orbs and has a haste in there as well. Anyways, that is the one I'm definitely leaning towards. I guess maybe because it's exciting and new. I like fire cards. That was my original element I had a strong box in. And I don't know. I want to see some of the YouTube videos of her clearing stuff, see what the playstyle looks like. I'm used to running Gadius, so it would be familiar to me, but I don't know. Those are kind of the three options I'm strongly considering. If you don't know, I have a Ra Dragon, a Shiva Dragon, and a Yomi Dragon, the three most popular Monster Point dragons. And I actually did buy Yuria when she was in the Monster Point stores. Those are the 4 purchases I have made. So let me know what you think the 5th one should be. As of right now, I feel like Zhang Mei has the most promise, but I'm interested in what you have to say. So please leave me some comments below. And without further ado, today is day 1 of the Godfest, and we are going to be doing at most 2 rolls, possibly just 1. And that is because I already have everyone in the featured pantheons, which are Chinese and Sengoku, with the exception of Haku. And we all know Haku hates me. So at the risk of getting a million dupes to try and pull a Haku, I will just do 1 or 2 pulls, and I'll actually do a few tomorrow as well. But we've been getting some stones in the mail, so I'm not really looking to buy stones at this moment. So let's go ahead and see what we can get. Let's see, we're about 8 minutes in, and okay, so we're just going for 2, so let's kind of power up the pull already. Let's cross the fingers, think some happy thoughts, and come on. Okay, we get a gold, and a red Sonya. All right, well, I actually just pulled a red Sonya on my Japanese account, and this is the first red Sonya I've ever pulled, and over 400 days of playing and a decent amount of in-app purchasing. So that's cool. Unfortunately, I'm very short on red fruit, so I won't be able to skill her up, and her skill up is going to come around, I believe, on Monday. But I'll develop her. She could be a really neat sub because she's a bi-color board maker. Those are always good. Even if it's for like someone that works off of combos, like a Anubis or something, which I also don't have. Okay, let's pull one more. We got a nice pull. Let's go for last one of the day here. Come on, let's end on a gold. End on a gold. A gold. All right, come on. All right, Mori Motonari. He's another bi-color board maker. I already have one of these guys, and he hates getting skilled up. I believe he still has skill level 1, which is a very long cooldown of 19 turns versus 14 when he's skilled up, which is still kind of long, but he has a 2-turn haste, so that's kind of good. Anyways, guys, that's all. I'm actually going to stick to what I say this time and not pull a million times after I say I'm done. And there we go. We got a Godfest exclusive and a featured Pantheon. Can't ask for too much more than that, except the Haku. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this whole Monster Point purchase below, and let me know what you get in day one of the Godfest if you pull. It's a pretty good day to pull. Um, Hope you get all golds, and you'll see me next time.